In this video, I'm going to quickly break down the absolute basics of the zodiac, but first I want to say that if I talk about a sign individually, if I talk about Aries, if I talk about Sagittarius, if I talk about Leo, which are the 3 fire signs, by the way, I'm not talking about any person specifically, because you as a person are not just an Aries, you as a person are not just a Leo, and you as a person are not just a Sagittarius. Those are your sun signs. So a sun sign is about this much of the totality of an entire chart. So when I talk about the energy of a sign, that's what I'm talking about, is the energy of that sign. In order to completely understand your cosmic DNA, an entire chart would need to be ran, and you would have to have someone who is qualified to read that chart, explain to you what's going on, and how relationships between different signs and planets are creating the circumstances in your life. So with that being said, I want to start with the absolute basics, which is that there are 12 signs made up of 4 elements. The 4 elements are fire, earth, air, water, fire, earth, air, water, and the zodiac maintains this order of these elements throughout the entire wheel. So the fire signs tend to be passionate, courageous, optimistic, outgoing, active. The earth signs tend to be grounded, productive, responsible, and focused on the material environment. The air signs are all about thoughts, communication, intellect, and mind activity. The water signs are much more sensitive, receptive, and emotion feeling. Now, each element is also assigned a polarity. So there are 2 polarities, active and passive. Some people like to use the term feminine, masculine here. I try not to, because people get feminine and masculine and spirituality confused with the feminine and masculine that we assign to gender roles. So in this case, we're going to use active and passive, and the fire and air signs are active, and the earth and water signs are passive. And from what I just told you about how the elements present themselves, essentially what that means is that the active elements are more outgoing, energetic, like that outward energy. And then the passive signs are much more introspective, reflective, and intuitive. The other thing to know about the signs is that they're divided into 3 modalities. The 3 modalities are cardinal, fixed, and mutable. And it actually goes in that order throughout the zodiac: cardinal, fixed, mutable, cardinal, fixed, mutable. The same way it goes fire, earth, air, water. The same way it goes active, passive, active, passive. So the whole zodiac wheel is like perfectly balanced. The 3 modalities, cardinal, fixed, and mutable, are essentially ways that the signs energetically present themselves. Cardinal signs are the outward burst of starting energy. So they tend to be more leadership oriented, they tend to initiate change. The fixed signs are very focused and persistent. It's the purest form of that element. So fixed signs are very still, very sturdy, very stable. Mutable signs are flexible, malleable, and energetically adaptive to different situations. Like I said, this is going to be a quick and basic video, so I'm just going to put those things together for now. We have 12 signs: fire, earth, air, and water. The air and fire signs are active, the earth and water signs are passive. Of those signs, they are assigned a modality, either cardinal, fixed, or mutable. And I guess the last thing I'll say is that each sign is also ruled by a planet, or 2, depending on if you follow traditional or modern astrology. But we'll start there. We'll see if you guys are interested in hearing more. I would love to break down things more in detail if this video generates enough curiosity. But let me know what you think. Let me know if anything didn't make sense, and I'll see you in the next one.